Yes, uh, I agree. There is very important ethical aspects of this new field of the neuromarketing. Usually, there is a combination of devices. We have in our laboratory, we have a portable EEG, we have an eye tracker, and we have a galvanic skin response. And all this goes to a software, and through an algorithm is converted in useful information. That is basically what we want. We can, for instance, with EEG, we can do brain maps, and we can see in real time the reactions of the brain. So there is no possibility of you can fake it, because you can fake some micro expressions, and some people is, especially if the person knows that it's being recorded. It's the same as a survey or as a focus groups. So you tend to respond according what you think your interviewer is expecting from you.
That's
So it's a how can I say, it's a bias, okay, that is being introduced during the test. The same may happen with the facial recognition. We are also using this, and we notice that it's not 100% reliable. Galvanic skin response is more reliable. And of course, the most reliable of all of them that are not still so expensive is the EEG. You can find in the market EEGs from $2,500, Bluetooth, and 16 positions, and you can have the frontal, the parietal, and the temporal, lobes, the activity of those lobes. Uh, but I think it's very, very important what Christina says. And also I would like to add something on what Harseerat says. One is about the there is a, it's necessary that there is a consent when you are going to do this kind of things. It's necessary to be a consensual between the two parts. There is a neuroscientist, very famous, very important, who is the leader of a project called the Brain Initiative during the Obama president, which is Rafael Juste. He's Spanish and he's moved to the US. Rafael Juste has what is called the three codes of the neuroethics, because we don't want us, to have a technique that is intrusive and is alienating or is trying to persuade us of things that we don't want to do. First of all, I don't think that just by researching on what is in your mind, you can be persuaded or you can be convinced of doing things that you don't want to do. Basically, what this research is doing is exploring more accurately what we really want. Something that Taran says about the attention, I agree, I couldn't agree more that the attention is essential, but that attention is the first step of a sequence of steps in which Harseerat, I have to see your name every time because it's too long for me, sorry. Harseerat says is about the emotions and the empathy, because it's a process, is attention, is emotion, and is retention. Attention, emotion, retention. We can have a better attention if we use emotion. If my narrative is emotional. If I talk plainly like a robot, probably I'm gonna lose your attention. But if I introduce all these ups and downs in my speech, and these ups and downs are made by the right part of my brain, which is the right hemisphere, I'm introducing in my speech some color, some emotional color. And that's important, very, very important for grabbing the attention. And what is the next step for grabbing the attention using emotional and authentic elements? Because you can be unauthentic, because if you are a typical salesman that know, oh, okay, I know now that with emotion I can convince better. Oh, great, I have a new technique for manipulation. No, but you have to be authentic, because we can detect, when the people is not authentic. We as humans have this sense of detecting the intentions of others. That is called the theory of mind. Our brains have evolved through hundreds and thousands, hundreds of millions of years to be what we are now, capable of detecting lies, capable of detecting fakes. So, but the next step, of course, is retention. We want to be remembered in this ocean of so many brands and people competing for grabbing the attention of consumers. We want to get the attention of our brand, of our product, or of a personal brand, whatever. And to, to, to jump from there to the intention of purchasing, there is another step. And this thing, and probably Jose Manuel knows it, this is what is called the metrics or the neurometrics. There are at least 7 neurometrics. So the first 3 are the basic neurometrics: attention, emotion, retention. There is also purchasing intent. There is also awareness. There is also novelty. And the combination of these factors is what can be deduced as a purchasing intention. But we as humans don't have the capability in our brains to do that. So we need to, use expert system, artificial intelligence, or an algorithm. And these algorithms are what can help us to understand things, and probably they can infer that there is a possibility of a purchasing intention of my product. So
interesting.
That's what I wanted to say.
Interesting. Thank you a lot, Ruben. I have a personal question here. Just 1 second, Harseerat, you have a question as well, right?
No, I would like to say to Ruben, you can call me hers. Moreover, I would like to hear
Hers.
it would be
Okay. All
easy.
right.
Yes,
Okay. Hers.
yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to his point here that now today in today's era, the product centric market has changed or transformed into customer centric market. As now the 4 P's, the traditional 4 P's of the marketing like product, place, promotion has changed into another E's, like product is changed into experience. Now we are not more offering only the product. We have to offer experience, how the people feel about your product. So as I read yesterday, a very beautiful saying, it was like people nowadays do not buy goods or services. They are buying now experiences, the moments of magic, the stories they connect with the brand. So it's about how you are engaging customers with the brand. Nowadays it is all marketing about. Moreover, the price is not only the consumer is paying to the brand nowadays. It's about the exchange, about what brand is offering to the consumers. Maybe it is in the form of respect, maybe it is in the form of good customer service, maybe some exchange of coupons. So it's a kind of exchange nowadays. So the traditional 4 Ps are changed into the 4 Es, we can say. And the best combination, the more most of the companies who are successful in applying them, they are using both the strategies. So if we talk about promotion, promotion is changed into evangelism, so which is social media marketing plus word of mouth. So if you are engaging your customers with you emotionally, they would, of course, they would talk about great experiences. So the more great experience would be, the more great sayings about your brand. And we often believe when our family or our friends talk about things, and we believe on that, and we intend to use those product or services more often, because it gives us a trust or a confidence about the product or service. So yes, indeed, I agree with this point that experience is all what matters nowadays. It's like how we are experiencing about the things. Yeah.
That's true. Harseerat, I have a question. Well, it's a kind of a personal question.
Yes.
Um, so we are Neuroscience Business School, and we've studied with programs in neuro marketing, neuro sales, and what is the third one? Neuro leadership. I'm sorry. So, and then we increased the range of the products. Now we have international marketing, marketing, finance, sport. Like the range is a huge one. So I call them like normal programs for normal people. Let's say it like that. But as we are Neuroscience Business School and we do add neuroscience to all the programs, we do have these techniques in all programs. Doesn't matter whether it's sport, luxury, whatever, because you have to make these kind of investigations. I call them personally like new techniques in business or useful techniques in business. So when we've started to do the research about the programs nowadays, about the programs in neuroscience, we've seen in the internet neurofinance, neuro coaching, neuroeconomics, neuro. Is it a trend or not? That's why I thought could be we're going to have just economics and then neuroscience. Like let's divide it somehow. Should it be like that or no? Is it a trend to be like that? Is it a common sense or what is it? It's like it's a personal question because I'm curious how people persuade neuroscience in general. Is it scary or not?
Actually, it's about how we are applying the cognitive skills into business. So moreover, there is another study which is called neurostatistics, which I came across few days back, and I have like few experience with the quantitative business methods, and it was really very interesting for me, like neurostatistics, where we will figure it out what quantitative methods we can use in the neuroscientific techniques. Like there are many kinds of quantitative business methods that we use in order to know about the variance and other quantitative business techniques. So there is another term like neurostatistics, like the statistical methods that we use in order to figure out the research or the experiments being done in the neuroscience. So according to my perspective, when people say neuroeconomics, so maybe it's the application of economical methods with the blend of neuroscience. Moreover, the application should be like effective, and it should be transparent. Like transparency is the biggest thing. So we should not persuade saying neuroscience with everything. It should be the proper application. It should be really worth saying and worth applicable, you can say. So and before choosing anything, yes, the proper research should be done. Like for the students also, when they are choosing a particular course for them, they should research what they are looking for. Yeah. So being a company also, we have to provide the transparency, and we are doing great, I must say.
I hope so. By now the students are happy, but we are the ones who call geography, not neurogeography or whatever.
True.
Let's call it how it is in reality.
I totally agree with hers. I think that in this case, Tatiana, it's more the use cases that you are talking about, the scenarios and the different industries where you apply neuroscience rather than neuro and then you add the industry or you add something else. So I think it's all about the end use case, the industry, and the specifics of the job or function that you are talking about that you should be focusing on in general or as a school as well.
Could be as well, but I was analyzing like the other one programs or what people call as neuroscience, and it wasn't exactly what Hars was talking about. That's why I was like, no, it's not neuroscience. Neuroscience, it's like when you really apply it to the research or whatever. But when it's just like normal finance, that's why I thought like, is it just a trend when you add this one neuro and then you're like a new one? And I thought like, no, we're not going to do it like that. No, it's not, because on the one hand we had one problem that people were scared of neuroscience because they thought that it's like too scientific, or if I'm working in business I don't really need it. And on the other hand, it was like really trendy, so we were like where to find a balance, like actually in life what you need to have is a balance, where I actually use it, where not. Well, that's why we have this one team of professors that guide us a lot.
I noticed the change, Tatiana, because you started as neuroscience business school. That's your brand, and this you probably know this guy, Simon Sinek, the Golden Circle and all that. And, started with the why and the what and the how. Well, he said that the successful companies start with the why, answering that question. What is basically what responds to your motivation? What you as an entrepreneur, what was your motivation? I would ask you, what is your why for giving that name? Because that is your brand that defines what you are going to do next. I noticed that you expanded your offer recently, what entered the page, and now you're offering all different kind of what I say traditional marketing, and probably you have a reason for that. I respect that, because you want to expand your offer and not be so close to a kind of a niche that is too small. But the sense that the neuroscience is difficult, or the sense that the neuroscience can, instead of attracting, can produce some avoidance of the prospects, I think it's something that should be worked out, because in my point of view, it's all the opposite. I mean, neuroscience can give people a new perspective of their lives, of their work, of how they face what they are doing. And but I think that title, I mean, Neuroscience Business School, is original, is unique, and it has a very good catch. In my point of view, has a very good catch, because nobody else has it. If you see, all of them are business school, etc., but yours is Neuroscience Business School. And my suggestions is to reinforce what makes you different to the other. And not try. I know, it's my point of view.
That's true, and that's what we're doing in all the programs. Like, for instance, if you see there, I'm really sorry for all the participants. I really didn't want to talk about the school.
No, but this is marketing also. You are marketing your
Yeah, I know,
your
but
school.
we can talk about it and then privately. No, we're different. Just the last one phrase, and then we continue with you, Ruben, like I guess personally about it. But we
Okay.
do add neuroscience to all the programs. That's what I told. Doesn't matter whether it's fashion or whether it's sport management, or doesn't matter whether it's luxury. So we do add these techniques to all the programs, and that's what makes us different from all the business.
Okay.
That's
Great.
difference. But we didn't really want to be that scientific. That's why we've extended the program
Okay.
proposed. Okay,
Okay.
good.
Should I add one thing here? Actually, neuroscience is included in everything because, according to my point of view, whenever we make any buying decision or whatever we think, if it is about we are thinking about buying something or taking any decision in our life, it is connected with our brain, right? So brain is the power, like the CPU of our body. So everything is related with the brain, and brain is linked with the heart. So brain is linked with the emotions. So I
Exactly.
think so in every kind of aspect of business or in our personal life, brain is the supreme power. So neuroscience is something, is a study which studies about the cognitive behavior of the brain, how brain behaves, and it's a study about that. So I think so, like neuroscience in business is indeed like application of brain in business, or it is everywhere around us, like we are using brain in everything, right? So it's like it's normal, it should not be like, if I am a student, I should not feel like it's something very very scientific. It's like we are studying this field into business and we are using brain every day. So I think so, I feel like this, according to my perspective, like we use brain in everything. So it's from that point